dear children, this is Roshni from LearnerHub, the free learning platform where you get to learn physics, chemistry, maths, biology absolutely for free at learnerhub.com. So I am back with the third and the last video of the video series on fiber to fabric class 6th science. And in this video, we are going to learn about jute and coir, and not just that. After that, we are going to discuss a lot of questions, because in the last two videos, we have already discussed the theory and the concepts of this particular lesson. So are we all excited to try out a couple of questions? Let's get started. So now that we have spoken about, we have spoken so much about fabric. So we have looked at the cotton fabric. Now, the most common use of cotton fabric is in making clothes. Now, when we talk about clothing material, so cotton is not the only fabric which is used. If you look at the different types of clothes which have been worn by human beings over a period of time, you see that during the ancient days, initial days, animal hair were twisted to long strands to form fabrics. Now, even today, we have a lot of patterns of clothes which are worn unstitched. For example, you talk about sari, you talk about lungi, they are all unstitched clothes. So just the fabric, and it can be used for covering our body. Whereas on the other hand, we have a lot of stitched clothes, whether you talk about salwar suit, you talk about the shirt, pant, suit, jeans. So all of them are stitched clothes. So a variety of clothes are being made from the different types of fabric. Now, not only cotton, we also will touch upon a few more plant fibers like jute. So jute is again a less expensive natural fiber, so it is comparatively less expensive, and when you compare it to cotton, it is also produced in large amounts. So maybe if cotton is the first one which is produced in the maximum amount, then jute would stand second in terms of the amount produced. So it is again obtained from, this is how the jute fabric looks like. So you can see that, that the woven structure can be seen very distinctly. So from where do we get these jute fibers? These are obtained from the jute plants, and they are obtained from the stems of the jute plant. So basically the stems of this plant, they are like long, soft, they give rise to long, soft, shiny fibers, and then later they are spun into strong threads. They have quite a good strength. Now, the jute plant is normally grown during rainy season, like in case of cotton, they are grown in warm climate, but here it needs a lot of water, so it is grown during rainy season. It is very commonly grown in areas like West Bengal, Bihar and Assam in India, because they have plenty of rains. Where do we use jute fibers? It has a huge variety of applications. So it is used in making the sacks, which is used for storing coffee or tea or something. So it is like the jute bags, the bigger bags, which is used for storage. It is also used to make jute ropes. As I said, they are quite strong and coarse, and that is why they are useful in making ropes. Jute bags are very common, not only in terms of fashion but also in terms of durability. Jute silk is again another very common fabric which is used for making saris or other dress materials. The next natural plant fiber that we will talk about is coir. So coir is nothing but the coconut fiber. It is obtained from the husk of the coconut. So this is how the outer part of the coconut looks like, right? So when you collect them all, this is what you get, and this fiber is termed as coir. So it is obtained from the husk of coconut. And where do we use them? So it is again used in a lot of places like floor mats, door mats. So there you can find this coir, and by touching it also you can see that it is coir, because it looks rough. For making mattresses, the coir mattresses are quite popular because they are comparatively less expensive. So when you touch them, you can actually feel the presence of the coconut fibers inside. A lot of brushes are made out of coirs, and these are used for brooming places or cleaning certain places. So with this, we have reached towards the end of this lesson. So we have discussed about some of the common natural plant fibers like cotton, jute and coir. We also saw that how the fibers are converted into fabrics, how we obtain fabric from fibers. So let us quickly have a look at some of the questions. Question number 1. Classify the following fibers as natural or synthetic. So natural is which exists in nature on its own, obtained either from plants or animals. Synthetic means which are man-made. So nylon is a synthetic fiber. Wool is a natural fiber. So it is obtained from different animals like sheep, yak, camel, etc. Cotton is again a natural fiber which is obtained from the cotton plant. Silk is again natural fiber which is obtained from the silkworms. Polyester is a synthetic fiber. Jute is again a natural fiber which is obtained from the jute plant. Question number 2. State whether the following statements are true or false. Yarn is made from fibers. So do you think this is true? Yes, because from fibers we make yarn and from yarn we make the fabric. Spinning is a process of making fibers. Now that's false, because what do we do in spinning? So before spinning itself we get the fibers. So once we get the fibers, what we do, we straighten them and twist them to make the yarn, and that process is called spinning. So spinning is not a process of making fibers, but it is process of making yarn from fibers. Jute is the outer covering of coconut. That is again false. It is not jute but coir, which is the outer covering of coconut. The process of removing seed from cotton is called ginning. Yes, that's true, and that's the first step to obtain fibers. Weaving of yarn makes a piece of fabric. Yes, of course, because in weaving what do? We take two sets of yarn and then interlace them, and that's how we get a fabric. Silk fiber is obtained from the stem of a plant. That's false, because silk fiber is not at all obtained from a plant. It is obtained from an animal, that is silkworm. Polyester is a natural fiber. That is again false, because polyester is a synthetic fiber. Fill in the blanks. Plant fibers are obtained from dash and dash. So from where do we get plant fibers? They are obtained from plants, but different parts of the plant. They can be obtained from the stem of the plants. They can be obtained from the fruits of the plant. So they can be obtained from different parts of the plant. Animal fibers are dash and dash. So some examples of animal fibers. One would be wool, the other would be silk. Question number 4. From which parts of the plant cotton and jute are obtained? So when you talk about cotton, it is obtained from the fruits of cotton plants. So you see, these are the fruits of cotton plant. So from these fruits we obtain the cotton fiber. Similarly, when you talk about jute, it is obtained from the stems of the jute plant. So these stems are like dried and cleaned, and they give rise to the jute fibers. Question number 5. Name 2 items that are made from coconut fiber. So coconut fiber is one popular thing that is made from. It is the coir mattress. Now if you have seen coir mattress, fine. Otherwise you can just go to any furniture shop and have a look at the coir mattress. So that will actually, these kind of things, when you practically see it, it helps you to understand, it helps you to relate things. Another thing could be the brushes which are made from the coconut fibers. Question number 6. Explain the process of making yarn from fiber. So what is the process called? Making yarn from fiber, that is called spinning. So in this process what we do is we take the fiber, we stretch them, and then we pass it through a spinning device, either the spinning wheel or the spinning spindle, and then when it gets kind of rotated, or when the device spins so fast, what happens to that fiber? It gets twisted. So the fiber gets twisted, at the same time we stretch it. So the fibers get stretched and twisted. So some of the commonly used devices are the spinning wheel or the spindle. Now these days spindle is more common because it is handy and less expensive when compared to the spinning wheel. So here you see, this is your input, that is, this is the fiber, and this fiber gets converted into yarn like this. So yarn is nothing but a bundle of the thread, and then these threads can later be used to make the fabric. So that's how the entire process of spinning takes place. So with this, we have reached towards the end of this lesson on fiber and fabric, and I hope that this would have given you an idea about what is fabric and how do we obtain fabric from fiber. So as an assignment, you can just look around and try to find out different types of fabric. Just try to see what type of fabrics are your clothes made up of, so that you will now enjoy knowing different types of fabrics, because now you know how exactly they are formed. So I hope this lesson would have helped you. So see you all in the next lesson.
I hope you found this video useful. If you have a feedback to share, please do share that in the comment section. Do share the video with your friends if you liked the video. And I will meet you all very soon with a new video, with a new topic. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.